come and carry me home. Oh, I need over. Oh, when I may be burning down. Oh, when the gates swing open. Well, I hope you'll be waiting there to meet me that morning with arms wide open. Welcome home. I know you had a hard time. Come on. You can rest from all of your labor. Come on home. Thank you. Thank you, Father. Thank you, Father. I want to thank you for all of the things you've done for me. Yeah. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Father. Thank you. I thank you, Lord. You've been so good to me. Thank you, Lord. Oh! Thank you, Father. I'll be coming with tears in my eyes.
Serving the metropolitan area, WGNU St. Louis.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
800-716-4650, 800-716-4650, 800-716-4650. That's 800-716-4650.
Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
Packages start at $39.99 a month with signed agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. You can now get Vivint's award-winning smart home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the top home security system of 2019, calling the Vivint system the best for a complete package of home security and automation, the best pro-installed home security system, and the best home security system with cameras. And right now, you can get Vivint's best home security and smart technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation. Protect your home and loved ones for as little as $1 a day. Call right now for your home security consultation. 800-884-8375, 800-884-8375. That's 800-884-8375.
Looking for high-speed internet where you live but are out of reach of cable and fiber options? Look no further. High-speed internet is now available in your area, as your local authorized HughesNet retailer, Whole Home Connect, makes it easy to get the high-speed internet you need with blazing fast speeds, unlimited data with no hard data limits, with built-in Wi-Fi for as little as $2 a day. Act now and for a limited time, get free standard installation and free equipment with HughesNet from Whole Home Connect. You'll enjoy internet service that lets you do more of everything you want to do online, like shopping, surfing, and staying in touch. Call Whole Home Connect and see for yourself why HughesNet is America's #1 choice for satellite internet.
800-933-2162, 800-933-2162, 800-933-2162. That's 800-933-2062.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer, and we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case. They're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-513-5981. 800-513-5981. 800-513-5981. That's 800-513-5981.
Warning, don't let your business get left behind in what is likely to be the biggest economic in recent history. If you need to build for your business to grow, call General Steel today for a pre-engineered steel building designed for your needs. No wasted space. Steel prices are expected to rise, but you can still lock in your price on a General Steel building. And you can still save as much as half the cost and time of conventional construction, as much as have, but you must call now. If you need a church building, office, warehouse, manufacturing space, retail space, or more, call General Steel today. You can still get the General's 50-year structural warranty and General Steel quality, all at a price you can afford. So don't let rising steel prices put your project out of reach and stop you from making your company great.
800-617-4950. 800-617-4950. 800-617-4950. That's 800-617-4950.
From local podcasters to St. Louis radio, this is Wine About the Region, talking local politics and other news from around St. Louis and the state of Missouri. Now here they are, your host, Bill and Tiana.
All right. Good days today, and here we go again. And thank you for joining us and listening to Bill and Tiana About the Region, where we talk about government and the politics behind it, nonprofit and the people behind it, business and the money behind it. Let's go, T.
You always the one with it. I was trying to bring more energy, but I guess I'll calm down. And we want to thank you for tuning in to hear Bill and Tiana whine about the region. If you have any ideas or topics or people to interview for the show or interested in advertising or sponsoring the show, message us on Facebook at BT Winery or email us at our new email. Oh, shut up, Bill. Shut the front door. We have a new email. Get your pens, everyone. home@wineabouttheregion.com. And I'm going to spell that. HOME@WINEABOUTTHEREGION.com.
Reading is fundamental.
Phonics works.
Reading is fundamental. and she is so fundamental.
I'm going to spell it for you, too.
So.
All right, well, we want to go ahead and thank the great folks here at WGNU 920 AM for the opportunity to talk to the community that we all here care about. And once again, we want to go ahead and give a shout out to my man Pascal. The Pascal Show runs 9 a.m. to 12 noon Monday through Friday here on WGNU 920. Please check him out. That boy is crazy.
He is. He's got a good show. He's got a really good show. So, Bill.
Yeah.
We here. We ain't got the coronavirus. Everybody wants to know is we going to cancel our show. It's me, you, and just us, you know. So you ain't got the coronavirus, do you?
I don't know yet.
Well.
We going to get deep into that corona in just a second.
Do we have coronas? Okay. Well, I'm just saying.
We gonna go ahead.
I'm still gonna be drinking them mugs. I don't care what they got to say.
We're gonna go ahead and plug our coming shows. Our coming show next week, March 21st, we have Mr. Jim McKelvey on, and he is the co-founder of Square. Big money coming in the building. All right, so we're gonna have security, so y'all don't be coming around here trying to run up.
Who took the vote? You took the boat.
Big money, long money.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
Stock
It's
options.
early.
That's all I
It's
need.
early.
All right. The week after that, on March 28th, we're going to have some folks come in who are running for election in the April primary, April 7th. So some of the
Yeah, we need
municipal
to get a
candidates.
good list of names, too, because I know Ella, I think we're going to get Sharon, the queen.
Okay.
Sharon, I think we finally going to get her to grace our presence.
Good.
Because I talked to her, and I said, you coming on? So it's not like a firm yes, but I think I'm leaning towards coming and being on our candidate. Because she's a candidate.
Okay.
She's running in Northwoods. She's so smooth, and,
I love
Sharon
Sharon.
got a great aura about herself. You know what I mean?
I love Sharon.
And she's a Scorpio. That's why she bad.
But we're in Pisces season right now.
That's
Yeah,
why.
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Scorpios kind of dominate the whole year, though, because when they get to Scorpio season, they get to say, "Oh, you a Scorpio."
I don't.
Oh my goodness! When you tell people you're a Scorpio, they're like, "You a Scorpio." They get happy. So anyway,
No,
go
Sharon.
ahead.
Sharon. I love Sharon.
Yeah, Sharon.
I love Sharon. Sharon is almost too sweet for politics. I love her.
No, but Sharon can quietly let you know how she feels. Very quietly, very sophisticated, kind of like a drop the mic moment where you be like, dang,
I know.
that little woman is a force to be reckoned with.
You know,
So that's why I rock with Sharon. Sharon holding me down this year, so
rock
that's
with,
what's up.
I rock with Sharon because I'm holding out for one of her daughters. Have you seen her daughters?
How many ones you
Okay,
have?
so I'm not getting ready to spend the whole morning talking about how you got your goal is to marry one of Sharon Pace's daughters. I think you need to get on the phone and call Sharon Pace and just tell her, be a gentleman.
Well, it's live now. It's
I
live.
think your daughters are beautiful. Maybe they might want to watch this episode,
Daughters.
Bill. They should register next time we do a Valentine's thing. Maybe you
We
get
ain't
a
got
day-
to wait that long.
That's a whole year.
Maybe I only did this show to hook myself up. I'm looking for a wife. That's the only reason why I'm doing this.
Bill looking for a wife. Somebody help. He need a wife. Okay.
All right, and next, what is this? This is April 4th. We have a few people. Actually, let me give you a background on this. A gentleman, a journalist by the name of Jim Merkel, who writes for the North Sider and the South Sider.
Oh, I remember that.
I pick up everything whenever I go somewhere. Like if there's a free paper or something, I'll pick it up. I don't care what it says.
My
There's
mom
a Jewish
looks at
paper.
this paper.
Yes, I picked it up one day, and I read an article that was about a man and his wife, a guy named Frederick Koch and his wife Marge DiCarlo. And they moved from South City, and I want to say the Tower Grove area. They moved from there, and they're retirees. They moved from there over to Fairgrounds Park. And so what this, to me, I was like, this would be a great opportunity after reading the article that Jim Merkel wrote to talk about the Del Mar Divide from like the white perspective.
Oh.
And I think that would just be a fun and interesting
You go.
show.
Okay, so when we doing that?
That is on April 4th.
Because I don't know. Bill just kind of show up, Tiana, and then I show up, and he just,
We
you know,
both-
me
we-
and
we
X,
both
we're
contribute.
chopped liver compared
Don't
to
do that.
the
Don't do
big.
that.
I don't want to store with you this morning. I'm not going to store with you this morning. Anyway, talk about the good stuff.
All right. Well, the good stuff. Okay. We got some things coming up.
Say it, X. Just say it. X.
I ain't chopped liver, you chopped liver.
I'll put you in it with me. Now we together, X. Don't play that. Hey, we together. And this dude right here think he run it. You know he do, X.
I just like to make sure stuff
You think you run it, Bill.
good. That's
Ain't nobody finna argue with you
Anyway,
on the
you
show.
said-
But after the show,
Get
it's
at
on.
me. Get at me.
It's on.
Anyway, you said talk about some good stuff. I'm going to talk about some good stuff.
Okay.
You mentioned our new email address, home at wineabouttheregion.com. The reason why we have that now is because we have now reserved the name. We filed with our fictitious name with the Secretary of State for Wine About the Region. We have the website called wineabouttheregion.com, wineabouttheregion.com. And right now I'm still working on it, so you'll notice some stuff that still needs to be fixed. So don't be coming at us crazy.
We
I'm still
are
working on it.
50-50.
We are 50-50.
50-50. So if you get $2, I want $1.
Okay.
Basically.
All right.
50-50.
And we're going to tell them what the plan is. What we're going to do, we're going to expand this wine about the region.
Do you want to wine about the region in your state? Would you like to start wine about the region in your state?
Yeah.
My Kansas City girls, I know you're up early with me this morning. Would you guys like to start whining about the region in Kansas City? We are looking for people that want to whine about the region in your state. And that way, you can do Rebecca and Earl whine about the region. You can do Maggie and Lil Rocco, whatever y'all want to do. We want to start taking this wine about the region global.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Brian, maybe your daughter can wine about the region for us in Paris. It's like, we're going to do this to a level that nobody has ever thought about doing it before. And it's such a blessing to have someone who started this out with us, because, Rasheen, we're on our way. You going to write about the region in Jefferson City?
I heard 50. I heard 50-50. I was trying to see how you
we forgot the cut. Well, Rasheen, we got you. We got. Well, actually, we're trying to figure it out at the ownership level, and then everybody else is like a pyramid type of bill. So
but that's cool that what y'all doing, especially expanding it and making.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. What we know is that because it's Bill and Tiana wine about the region, and we're talking about St. Louis mostly, and we talk about the state too, and we touch on national stuff as well. But we know that we can't syndicate the show. But what we can do is we can replicate what like the concept that we have here, and find a couple folks just like us who are willing and are up on the issues that can come, and we're gonna work with their local radio stations and figure out how we get them on. We're gonna get them set up, and that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start with Kansas City. So what we're gonna do, and I need to talk. Here's my thought. We're gonna negotiate. We're gonna negotiate this right on the air. What I'd like to do. We had talked about Kansas City first, so what I was thinking that we could maybe do is either we go there and talk to some people, one of us or both of us, and I would love to do like interviews on the radio here, like have some Kansas City, have some prospects who wanted wine about the region from Kansas City, have them come here, come on our show, and we see what they made of.
Yes, let's see if you're ready. Are you ready to do what we do? Yeah. And really what we do is just sit down and have a good time.
I don't know if we're ready to do what we do, but we're doing it.
So, we got good morning, Councilman Gary Johnson from Jennings. He joins us every week. I just want to let him know that I recognize that you are a faithful watcher of our show. And I'd like to say good morning to you, Gary.
Good morning.
All right. Well, once again, we want to say with regard to advertising, we're going to take this thing big. We're going to be doing some big things.
Yeah, it's time.
If you're looking to get with us and be a sponsor of the show, please hit us up at home@wineabouttheregion.com or find us on Facebook. You can message us at BT Winery. Now.
And save the date. Save the date of June 14th, everyone that's watching us, because June 15th is our year anniversary. I'm trying to get in touch with Hella Fly Promotions. So, Dano the Mano, if you're watching this, you do great winery trips, and I like to bring you in, and we do a big wine about the region year bus tour to a winery. So June 14th is a Sunday. We don't have the details together, but I would like for anyone interested in going on the road with me, with Bill and Tiana. I remember when we first started this, Bill was real big on me not saying Tiana before Bill. And you remember that? You remember that? You were like, no, you have to say it the right way because that's the way we have it. It's Bill and Tiana, wine about the region. So
it's alphabetical order.
Right. So I get it.
Okay.
So I get it.
And that's what we'll do with other folks. Like if Kim comes before, the name a letter after K. JKL, Larry. Then it'll be Kim and Larry. Wine about the region.
Okay. But anyway, so just get on this tour. June 14th. Save the date.
Alphabet.
Because we're going to have a good time. And we might be old, but we work with X, and he young. So X brings the young energy. So all the young girls, and Rashid here, we're going to try to get it on his calendar since he's the man now. Since he has done in my dreams and the things I'm trying to do in life. And I can
In
look
due
at
time.
him.
Right.
Yeah, I can look up to
claiming
him
it.
now. Yeah, I'm going to claim it, but I just look up to
I
you, dude.
appreciate
I
you,
want you to
sis.
know
I
that.
appreciate that.
But, yeah, so stay tuned about this tour because we're getting ready to do this.
All right, so real quick, before we go to break, let's touch on this. Well, maybe we shouldn't touch on it, but coronavirus.
All right. All right. First of all,
Jesus.
you know, to all my friends and all my African-American friends that thought this was kind of like a joke, it's not a joke, guys. I know y'all were
It's
kind of like,
serious.
yeah, forget that. And it's shutting down cities. It's shutting down cities. It's
shut-
got
it's
you
shutting down
looking at somebody
conventions.
with a regular old, like a, it's got you looking at, like, oh my God. So, hey, be safe,
It's
you know,
shutting down
wash your hands. I'm big on, do you, now I got to make a joke real quick, but I'm that mama because I had that grandmama that was like, bring me some water. Wash your hands first. Did you have that type of grandma?
Even
that
over the
would be
water,
like, bring me a glass of water. You better wash your hands first. Like, yeah, so I'm already into the, you know, my kids, my household, we wash our hands. We already had hand sanitizer because that's just what we do. You know, but you got to be safe. This stuff is spreading. You got, you know, put Sam Page out there having press conferences and stuff, trying to chase.
But I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I do think it is something we need to take serious. But I think we going. We only got 4 cases in Missouri. I think we're going a little bit too. It's one thing to be precautious, and it's one thing to be like, we shutting down a St. Patrick's Day parade. Maybe because I was a host and VIP, and I was gonna be like, free drinks on that one. But
look at our little co-host. It's hard to interview your co-host, ain't it? But
I don't know. I think we, you know, it's just the same thing as a common flu. Wash your hands. Make sure your body is good. Anything we need to watch out for our elder communities because their respiratory is a little older than ours. But
that's true.
I just, you know,
I just think it's a little like a pet. What they call it when it's like a something. That's
I mean, we ain't go this hard for
pneumonia or something like
a pandemic or something like
yeah,
that. We didn't go this hard with H1N1. Like we calling state of emergencies. They about to potentially shut down the Capitol, or the people's work can't get done. Like parades, games. You know, it's messing with our economic. But invest in the stock. If you
money's getting lost. The stock market is, you know, when you got friends with money, which I was with one of my friends with money this week, and they like, oh my God, the stock market. You're like, well, look, I'm broke. I don't know, but hey, from the friends that I do have with money, I can tell that there is a problem.
You had the president out there. I hate calling him the president, but he
45.
had the president, 45
he
out
just
there.
looked like he got the
crazy.
corona. Let me not go there. He
And-
just looked like he came with corona.
Let me just say this, I want to weigh too much in on the county executives race right now, but I was a little concerned that the county, you know, and to me this is privilege, couldn't keep a guy in Ladue in his house that tested positive for
He didn't want to stay at his house. He wanted to come out of his house.
But they had
like,
him
catch me-
self-quarantine,
catch me
and then
if
he
you
went out
can.
the house.
He was
and
like a
how
kid. He
could
made
you-
his way out. He wasn't, you know,
Yeah,
like,
but-
you can't hold me down.
But this is a health emergency, and the county, you know, didn't do what I think it should have done in order to make sure that
You think so?
that didn't happen.
You think that's a county fault or his fault?
I mean, it's his fault, but still, the county is responsible for the health of the entire, you know, county. So
Wow.
if somebody tested positive, then there must be action taken. So that's just my 2 cents.
I got you.
So we gotta
Anyway.
pay the bills around here, y'all. And now we starting to pay the bills
Let's
with
pay
the
the bills.
commercials
We
and
got
stuff.
some folks coming.
It's time to pay the bills.
Yes, it
We're gonna
is.
have to go to a break. Shout out to my honey for being up this morning watching us.
What's up, D? Shout out Wide About the Region,
Shout out to my honey.
WGNU. We'll see you on the other side.
All right, we'll be back. Hey, Bill.
Hey, Tiana.
You know what time it is?
It's time to crack open a bottle of wine.
That's right, because we're going to celebrate our podcast, Wine About the Region, is making its way to St. Louis Radio.
I heard that, girl.
Join us as we bring you special guests to talk about issues that affect St. Louis and the state of Missouri.
And that's political figures and nonprofits from around the area.
Grab a bottle of your favorite wine and join us for Wine About the Region.
And that's every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. here on WGNU 920 AM.
In Africa, 5-year-old Chiru has no choice.
She and millions like her must walk miles every day for dirty water. But together, we can end their walk by providing clean water close by. Instead of spending hours walking to get water that makes them sick, girls can be in a classroom that expands their minds, and moms will gain back time to care for their families. Sons and daughters can grow up strong, finally free of sicknesses caused by dirty water. At World Vision, care about clean water runs deep. Deep enough to reach one new person with clean water every 10 seconds. Because every child, every person, everywhere deserves clean water and the chance to rise to their full potential. It's true. When you just add water, you change a life. Learn more at worldvision.org.
Paid non-attorney spokesperson paid for by the Sentinel Group. This is an important message for anyone diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers. A California jury recently found Monsanto's weed killer caused a groundkeeper's cancer and issued a verdict for $78 million. More evidence found that Monsanto, the manufacturer of Roundup, may have known that Roundup and other weed killers were likely linked to organ damage and cancer. This information was hidden from as proprietary trade secret since 1981, and Monsanto may have failed to adequately warn about the potential risk of cancer. If you or a loved one was diagnosed with cancer after being exposed to Roundup or other weed killers, you may be entitled to significant compensation. Call the Sentinel Group now. You'll pay nothing unless there's a recovery in your favor. Don't fight it alone. Call 1-800-684-1380. 1-800-684-1380. That's 1-800-684-1380. 1-800-684-1380.
It's the Pascal Show on Real Talk, WGNU.
If you're literally trying to type out
Santa.
pork,
right,
and it types out porn,
yeah,
something's up.
You've been on Pornhub.
Why have you been looking at my phone, Pascal?
Right.
I just been looking up pork.
Yeah.
That's all I've been looking for. It just keeps auto-correcting. It's all its fault.
Come on and join in on the madness weekday mornings from 9 to 12 p.m. right here on WGNU.
All right, we are back.
We're back. We are back. Good morning, Kimberly Collins. Y'all vote for Kimberly Collins. What district? I feel so bad.
77.
Hey, 77th, where you at?
Yeah. I did go to Daryl Gray's event just a couple days ago.
Kim gonna shoot you now that you said that.
Huh?
Kim gonna cut you now you just said
Well,
that.
don't cut me. Don't cut me.
Cut
I'm just saying I went because I know the man.
We got
that just mean when Kim got an event, you gonna go to her event too.
He just likes to check out. We whine about all the.
I believe, because we're there. I'm there.
You gotta
to talk to
investigate.
people. Yeah. And I believe in full disclosure, so I ain't hiding nothing. It is what it is.
Good morning, Damien. Yes, my dude. This morning, I want to just shout out Megan Thee Stallion for her new CD. This morning, yes, you might see we're a little bit more rambunctious, but we have been driving the boat. You might know anything about Megan Thee Stallion. She drives the boat a little bit, and so a little bit we just kind of been driving the boat, and then not all the boat, because look, last night is when the boat got started, but this morning, I like to say, Megan, you got about 3 songs on there that are very good songs. If anyone doesn't know who Megan Thee Stallion is, Google her. She's doing her thing, isn't she?
Yeah, she is.
She's doing her thing.
You might need 2 screens if you Google her.
Well, my thing is, and I got respect for, let me talk on a serious note about Megan Thee Stallion. I was a big MC Light fan, so I used to rap, and yes, I used to think very, very much, if you put an MC Light song on, I'm going to know every word of it, because before politics, I did used to like to sing, and I did think I was going to be a rapper. I wanted to be the greatest rapper, and so don't laugh at me, because it's serious.
No,
anybody that you meet from my past, they be like, yes, Tiana, oh my God.
You still could be a rapper. Have you met Oops?
I know, but I ain't trying to, let him just keep his crown anyway. But anyway, this morning, everybody, go grab your bottle, drive the boat, celebrate Megan Thee Stallion's great CD that she put out this week. And all the guys here, they know. I know everybody else. They probably like, oh, my God, I can't believe Tiana said this. But, hey, this is a regular show with regular people. We have a younger audience. We have an older audience. And I keep up with what's going on.
Do it.
Ain't that right, X? X going to make sure that I don't, fall off about the things that I know about society. So I got to watching this young lady, Megan Thee Stallion, and I liked her style. Like, it took me back to the lyrical days of MC Lyte, which MC Lyte was a lyricist. And there's a difference from somebody that's just out there saying the same thing over and over again in a rap and a lyricist.
Steve,
So,
you got some MC Lyte in there?
you got some MC Lyte, Steve?
Keep talking.
You got some MC Lyte?
Let's see
Okay,
if
Steve gonna find us some MC Lyte to take me back to my roots.
Lyte is a
I was
rock
a
or something
90s
like that.
girl. I'm a 90s girl. I did a whole bunch of stuff in the 90s. And thank God that I met Bill so we could do this show. But anyway, thank you, X. You can take the boat out the picture. We're going to give X the boat. X, be good. And we have, are we going to go into our guest now?
Yeah.
All right. We have.
Let me go and say it. T, last week we talked about State Representative Rasheen Aldridge. But today we actually have him in the building, and you've...
I do got potential.
Corona, and he calls a coughing.
He is supposed to go.
I read the directions of coronavirus prevention. So
All right.
do your arm like this.
So we talked about Rasheen last week, but today we have him in the building. Why were we talking about him last week?
Well, we were talking about Rasheen because Rasheen passed, or he's trying to get a bill passed for lost limbs. I got a lost limb. You ain't got to be corny because you got a lost limb. We bringing back that people with lost limbs are just as fabulous as people that are not, or even more, because when you are missing a limb and you are still out here getting the job done, despite how you feel in the morning, despite you know how much you might not want to do it, how much you might get up, trip, and then you fall, and you got to get back up because you know it's hard. It's hard as heck missing a limb.
Yeah.
Ain't it, Rasheen? I look at us. I think this stuff is easy. This shit ain't easy. Sorry, radio. It ain't easy. It's not easy.
Right.
But what I will say is, I take my hat off to you.
I appreciate
you
it.
went in there. You went in the building like, here's the
Don't
bill.
care.
April month. What we gonna do?
Long hair, don't
we
care,
need
but
to blow it out. Would anybody support Rasheen's like lost limb walk, or I mean, what do you want to do? Blow it up. You got the platform.
Let me go ahead and introduce him real quick.
This dude needs no introduction.
No, he gonna get
I'd rather be your.
He
want his introduction, y'all. So let us give him his list.
He gonna introduce.
But he put the radio show co-host, so I just feel worried about I feel like he should be interviewing us because he's brought good guests, good interviews to our guests. He ain't live this morning, so I guess now since he big time, he ain't going live from his own phone like he did when he had his guest on our show. But go ahead, Bill, hit it.
All right, so today we have in studio a gentleman who has done more in 25 years than most people do in 85. And I mean that sincerely.
He brought gifts.
He was a mouthpiece in Ferguson, a special guest of the Obama White House, a political operative for the Missouri Democratic Party, Fifth Ward Democratic committeeman, heavy in the fight for 15, a fire-breathing advocate for jobs with justice, and now state representative of the mighty 78th. And he did all of that just last week. Not to mention, not to mention an honorary co-host of Bill and Tiana Wine About the Region. Today we welcome Missouri's youngest yet most effective and accomplished member of the state legislature. Let us put our hands together for the honorable Aldridge.
We are not worthy of your presence.
I love y'all.
We are not worthy of this. Rasheen, good morning.
Good morning. I feel good to be back.
Good
morning. Today on one of the best, talk shows, whining about the region with Bill and Tiana. Y'all talk about the importance on the local, on the state, and even touch national. So I'm just glad.
When are you gonna start whining in Jeff City?
Well,
we get a little time. Take your little phone. We can send X up there if you need us to.
Yeah.
And just.
I don't know. Maybe we find a new X, unless we're gonna give you mild reimbursement.
Oh, we got him.
Okay, we got you.
Oh, we up and coming now.
We may find a B or a C. I'm just trying to think about you. But no, yeah, that'd be cool. We'll talk about that.
You are casting. Anybody that goes to the WGNU website can see us all over the world. So this interview is all over the world.
That's dope.
So don't say nothing crazy.
All right.
Or if you say something crazy, be able to stand behind it. Okay. Rasheen, you've done a lot in 25 years.
I have.
Your birthday is tomorrow. Woo, can we clap about that? Can we clap about that? So, should I do like a version of like the Marilyn Monroe version?
Go ahead.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday.
Stop voting.
We are not worthy. Happy birthday to you.
You know the song I've been playing all
I told y'all that I was going to be a singer.
You know the song I've been playing all weekend for my birthday?
What?
Luke.
No, 2 Chainz. All I want for my birthday. That's my song.
But
I appreciate that too.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
So
real
happy
good.
birthday.
Thank you, sis.
Happy birthday. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you, Rasheen. You came, you saw, you conquered. From the streets. I mean, I'm from the streets, but I'm a girl, so boys have to deal with a whole different side of the streets than what girls have to deal with. But you're someone that young guys can look at in your district and say, hey, I want to do right. It ain't all about, the bull crap. Let me look, we got Rasheen up there. Let's try to be like him. You got a lot of potential to change the narrative.
I'm just trying to make a difference in my neighborhood.
Yeah,
in my state,
you
that's
got the
all.
momentum. I'm proud of you. The amputee legislation. I definitely, Bill. Well, let's get him on a hot seat about this legislation because.
All right. Well, give us some details on that legislation.
And do you need me? Do you need me to roll up
well,
there?
we don't know what's going on with Corona. We may actually not be able to get to it, which is unfortunate. So it's House Bill 2352, and I came in on a special election. So for me, this piece of legislation is very special to me, just like, Tiana. We different, but we just as normal as anybody else. So when I was born, on the right side of my leg grew shorter than the left side of my leg. So I'm actually...
Same thing with me.
For real?
Mm-hmm.
We never talked about...
It's called PPFD, though. It's like a
So you still got a foot and toes?
No, they cut the foot and the toes off at a child when I was born, and the femur. So like your knee is here, so my knee would be like, that's why I hike my hip when I walk, because the femur. My knee is basically on my hip.
But so I'm similar to you. So they say my knee apparently is like in my hip somewhere.
Yeah,
but
that's the same thing. It's called. I'm gonna write it down for you so you can.
But only thing about mine, I still got my foot and toes. So what the doctor did is it grew shorter than the other. It didn't develop a knee, but it developed a foot, a leg, and a hip. And they say the knee's in the hip, but I really don't think so.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Mm-hmm. But what they end up doing is they turn the foot around backwards, since I still had a foot and toes.
That's what my mom wanted to prevent with mine, so that's why she just told them to just cut the whole foot
And they
off.
gave my mom an option as well to cut it off, but she said... She was like, I'm going to let him make the decision. But, I mean, honestly, to still have, like, toes and a foot, I love it. To turn around backwards to play as a knee. It's like a little baby foot. But the baby foot, the reason, I proposed 2352, which is, like, one of my signature legislations that I want to do going in. I have some other ones as far as probation and parole. But, we got a lot of things going on, and everybody got certain disabilities that's visible or non-visible.
Tell me about it.
If it's mental health.
Some people worse than us that you can't even tell they disabled.
And that's why that's why I'm also like thankful, because I can get around fine. The pain is very
a little bit slower. When I learned from my doctor that Tiana, it takes you 40 steps versus someone else maybe 20 steps.
Well, I'm still in my youth, so I'm starting like 15 steps.
Okay. Well, look,
when they say run, I'll be like, Ferguson, let's go.
Live your best life. I can just tell you that, because at 40 something, hey, I'm like, I started in with, I can do it. You ain't gotta let me out at the door. To please let me out at the door. I can't do it. I'm okay with being let out at the door now. So.
All right. So you talked about getting around. What's life like in Jefferson City? Getting around in Jefferson City with all those damn hills.
I need to know.
So with and to rewind real quick, what I'm excited about with the Lost Lamb. So being a freshman, it's a lot to not just get around with the hills. It's a lot to get around with, as far as. Honestly, when you park in the garage, we ain't got to deal with the hills like that, But it's a lot to get around to being able to know the lay of the land. you coming in as a new person, you learning about filing bills. You have committee meetings, people coming in your office, and with me being on budget, it was very overwhelming. I mean, we had meetings every day for this committee, sometimes going to late night, and being minority, it's not a lot of us, so you always got to show up. So it took, for me, it was very overwhelming at the very beginning of trying to learn everything, trying to be able to.
You don't really want to be like, hey, could somebody grab me a wheelchair? Because you want to try. But I think I'm going to ask for the help.
I mean, not even a wheelchair element, just to like.
A little scooter or something.
That'd be nice, but just the basics of just, coming in on second session, it's so many bills that was heard last year that I don't know about. It'd be about 7 bills a day. Sometimes you got to track that, and you trying to get your own stuff done, and you're a new person. So it's one thing to been up here 3-4 years, you know how to navigate, and then you coming up here the first year, people gonna help you. And what I can say on the Republican side, they've been helpful. Your own caucus has been helpful, but it's overwhelming when you ain't no blueprint for this. So for the lost limb awareness bill to been through committee, it got voted out of rules, and next year it's supposed to hit the House floor to actually be voted out to be sent over to the Senate, working with Jamila Nasheed to get that done. It was like, I felt real special to be like, because I'm a new person on top of anything, and to have a bill go that far through the process was pretty amazing. But I ain't gonna lie, the first couple of weeks it was overwhelming because, I lost my LA. Your LA is your legal assistant. My LA was up there 3 years. They don't get paid much, so she got a new job. And then I had to have a new LA and being on budget. And then people come to your office for, just want to talk to you about, don't support this bill. I'm your constituent of this. It'd be a lot going on. And your priority is like, I got these bills I'm trying to you got to talk to Republicans and get it out of committee, get it to committee, talk to the speaker. So it was overwhelming, but I feel like I got a good grasp of it now.
And I got a lot of hope with you because there's nothing like sitting up there yourself saying why, Medicaid should be expanded and why, and they looking at you and they know, hey, this guy, he probably knows from experience on this. Let's rally behind him. And that's going to touch, on a Democrat or Republican side.
And I know some people out there running for office. Hint, hint. What I will say is do not be scared. Do not be, because that ain't even proper English. Don't be scared to talk to Republican counterparts. I think we get so divisive and believing like, oh, you a Republican, I can't talk to you, or
I've never been that way, but that's good to mention it.
But me growing up, I was thinking like, oh, these Republicans are gonna be very far conservative.
Like they got the plague, but
they don't, and they willing to work with you on key things that can actually get stuff done together. It's all about relationships. Somebody who know you is less likely to go out and attack you if they actually know you. If they don't know you, they like, well, I'm gonna, but if you build a relationship with Ryan Hicks or the speaker Elijah, when I say I like Elijah so much, he put me on a special committee for the coronavirus. Like, he's been a great speaker. I'm going to be sad to leave him. It's all about just who you know, but also building relationships and not making it personal.
Well, T talked a little bit ago about you being someone that people in your community look up to, regardless of age, but definitely with the younger generation. Who did you look up to?
Who did you look up to?
When you were young?
So I think the reason why people look up to me is because I grew up in a neighborhood and I'm still authentic. I throw bombs in a different way than my predecessor, but I still got to throw them when I got to. But for me personally, it's always been my mom. She was a single mother. She was raising 3 men or 3 little boys.
I raised 3 boys.
Oh, see, and it's nothing like a black strong woman that had that is told no.
That, Rasheen, you better drop the mic after that one.
So for me,
ain't nothing like a black woman.
Ain't nothing like it. Was like my mom. She got me involved in politics at an early age before I even knew it. Helping out with April 4 the community. Always told us we can be great. So shout out to Tanya Finley. I love her so much. She ran for Alderwoman. Actually last year, a year ago.
I'm sure
so
she'll be back.
She'll be back.
I'm sure she'll be back.
Y'all better watch out 22nd Ward.
The way. My son, he's all my boys are great. My oldest son, he's been my rock throughout my life, and he left and he went to Seattle, and he's an engineer now, and yeah, like, kids can definitely be like, you know what, I want to be great just because my kid is
And
great.
I know we got to pay the bills, but also I feel like it's been so many people just in the community. If it's been y'all organizations that's also been showing love and support, you can't forget about that, because it's always going to be somebody that can help you get higher and higher. And since I've been 18, 19, 20, there's been so many mentors, elders, young people that's been supporting me along the way.
All right, well.
Shout one out. Who's comes
Laura Greenidge, Nancy Cross, Tiana.
Woo!
Bill, Jay,
Oh my God,
Jay
really?
Nelson, Jamila Nasheed, so many. Kim Collins.
Hey, Kim.
So from the lips of Rasheen, if you see great, you can be great. Bill and Tiana White about the region. We'll be right back.
Back.
You can cha-cha-cha to this Mardi Gras. I'm the dopest female that you've heard thus far. And I do get better, the voice gets wetter, nobody gets hurt.
As long as you let her
do my thing with an 89 swing. The dopeness, alright, I guarantee delight to the hip-hop.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Tiana.
You know what time it is?
It's time to crack open a bottle of wine.
That's right, because we're going to celebrate our podcast, Wine About the Region, is making its way to St. Louis Radio.
I heard that, girl.
Join us as we bring you special guests to talk about issues that affect St. Louis and the state of Missouri.
And that's political figures and nonprofits from around the area.
Grab a bottle of your favorite wine and join us for Wine About the Region.
And that's every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. here on WGNU 920 AM.
Are you over 50? Would you like to get up to 33% more income in retirement? Then call now for this free book, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers, from a leading financial firm on maximizing your income in retirement. That's right, free. This free book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms that will help you make the right choices before buying an annuity. And it's free. As a bonus, we'll also throw in a free annuity rate report summarizing the rates and benefits from financially strong insurers. That's right, Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers and Annuity Rate Report, both absolutely free for calling today.
800-716-4650, 800-716-4650, 800-716-4650. That's 800-716-4650.
Producers have the appropriate licenses for the products they offer. Increased income is possible using strategies suited to your goals and may require buying multiple annuities and holding them full term.
Packages start at $39.99 a month with signed agreement. Restrictions apply. Speak to a representative for complete offer details. See Vivint.com for license details. Homeowners, if you're looking for the best in home security and smart home technology at a price you can actually afford, we have great news. You can now get Vivint's award-winning smart home security systems starting at about $1 a day. U.S. News and World Report has recognized Vivint as the top home security system of 2019, calling the Vivint system the best for a complete package of home security and automation, the best pro-installed home security system, and the best home security system with cameras. And right now, you can get Vivint's best home security and smart technology for about $1 a day. Plus, get free professional installation. Protect your home and loved ones for as little as $1 a day. Call right now for your home security consultation. 800-884-8375. 800-884-8375. That's 800-884-8375.
Hey, y'all, it's the Pascal Show on Real Talk, WGNU.
If you're literally trying to type out pork,
right,
and it types out porn,
yeah,
something's
you've been on Pornhub.
Why have you been looking at my phone, Pascal?
Right.
I just been looking up pork.
Yeah.
That's all I've been looking for. It just keeps auto-correcting. It's all its fault.
Come on and join in on the madness weekday mornings from 9 to 12 p.m. right here on WGNU.
All right, we are back with the Honorable Rasheen.
Honorable. Rasheen was nice. He brought gifts to this morning. Can we get a little bit in of our gifts? This is Wine About the Region. And so thank you, Rasheen, for coming. If you're coming on Wine About the Region and you want to really, really make us smile,
represent.
You bring the bottle. I know we started out, but look, we're trying to be. Bill is very, very budgetable, planning type of guy, and he put it in the business plan. It may be easier if we just get.
Don't worry, I know y'all getting that Act Blue link. So.
All right, so we'll get the Act Blue link. But thank you.
Oh, no
thank
problem.
You for and these glasses, which I told Rasheen last week that Wesley's team broke. Did you get that? Is
they broke
okay?
your granny, your grandma's.
He stole his mama bills out the closet, out the china cabinet.
They was ringing that bell.
He should have asked. He should have asked his mama, could he get the bill? Because whenever you don't ask, I got boys, I know. Stuff like that. So did your mom?
Taylor, I'm still mad at you.
Okay, all right.
They was ringing to a new election.
So let's go ahead and get into the nitty-gritty.
All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and talk about Ferguson.
Gotcha.
A lot of folks identify you with Ferguson. You're almost synonymous in a lot of ways, and you were one of the most vocal activists during the Ferguson unrest. So tell us how that happened, and maybe touch on some of the relationships that you built as a result of that work you did.
Yeah, so for me, when I remember when I was working at National Alamo car rental spot out by the airport, and I remember hearing and getting it on my phone, Twitter, like a young man was killed. And then I seen it on Facebook. You know, I'm cleaning out cars.
Street, you
and
saw the image
and honestly, the first time I was like, another young black man killed by the hands of police. Like, what we gonna do about it, right?
Yeah, it happens all the time.
Yeah, it was no emotion to it because we become so desensitized to it that we see it all the time and no justice. But then I got on Twitter, I seen like, you know, his body was out there 3 hours, 4 hours. The community was being treated like animals, and they had literally animals out there trying to attack the community. So I remember I called Janina Jenkins from the Fight for 15 movement. I was like, hey, what's going on? She worked at the McDonald's on West Flores, and she was like, she don't know. She heard some gunshots. So the next day we went out there to just try to figure out like what happened. You know, went to Canfield, talked to the people in the community. They still was mourning. And we kind of used the skills in the Fight for 15 because later that night it turned out into protest. So we used what we learned in the Fight for 15 for us organizing to be like, let's try to keep people, the chants going and people organized. But we got emotional as well because, you know, we was affected by it. So I was out there like the second day, every day, just, you know, what I love about Ferguson, and I always say I kind of wish we had a reality show because people don't understand.
This is our reality show, right?
I mean, but during
ain't more reality than this.
But during Ferguson.
Right.
Okay, people didn't get to see how it was young people out there that didn't even know each other from a can of paint, standing next to each other.
And they was getting along.
It
was family.
It was family.
Tell me this, was it like for us with like maybe like gangs getting along, like Bloods?
I mean, you had people, of course, they had their blue rallies and their red flags, but everybody had a common cause. I mean, you had a couple, I ain't gonna lie, you had a couple people that take advantage that just want to run up and down the street. But more than that, you had 98% of people that was like standing next to each other. I didn't even know who you was, but it's like, we mad at the police, so we all about to stand here, and I'm gonna make sure they don't mess with you, and I got your back. Like, it became family in such quick time, but with us not knowing each other and becoming family, we also had to grow to get to know each other. So we had to grow to get to know what makes you unhappy, what makes you uncomfortable, and sometimes in the midst of organizing, that's difficult to do. I mean, you trying to find a common cause, but you're also learning about somebody you don't even know. You literally just met a month ago, so
you got invited to the White House.
I
got
did.
Invited to Obama White House. Let's hear it. Tell us, how that happened? And how did you feel?
So I'm gonna tell you,
I was a little bit of a hater. I ain't gonna even lie. I'm like,
Obama.
Bill was like, oh, this work I done, and he got a.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, that's why we gotta listen to Rashid.
This
now
little fella hopped on the scene and
give us the formula.
You know what?
How you got there? And
so before the formula, what made it so like personal to me? I remember in 2008 when my grandma, who is still alive, I cherish her to death. I remember in 2008, I watched every primary, every caucus. With me and my grandma, I remember when Obama won, I stayed up late at night to watch him in Chicago deliver his speech. I begged my mama to stay home during the inauguration. She said, no. And then she let me stay and go to my granny's house. Like, it was something about it. And and then 4 years later, 5 years, I remember I was working at National Alamo and I got a call from the Department of Justice. This is like, because I did late night shift. It's like
you like I ain't heard nobody.
First off, I see the number. I'm like, I don't know if this is a bill collector.
No. Did it show? It's like all zeros or something like that.
No, it came up as a Washington D.C.
Ain't nothing like scam likely coming up on your phone. You be like, huh?
But when it said Washington D.C., I was like, this is different. It ain't like no zeros. So the Department of Justice called. I'm working overnight at National Alamo. They're like, hey, guys, speak to Rasheen. I'm like, this him. It was like, there's a request for you to come to the White House tomorrow.
Wow.
we need to know if you could do this. This flight will take off at this time. President Obama want to meet with you and other act. Like, it was so surreal.
Wow.
I'm like,
were you just like, is somebody pranking me? Am I getting punked right now?
I didn't know, but I mean, I rolled with it, and it's like 11.
Somebody roll with it. Who wouldn't roll with it?
It's like 11 o'clock, so my main manager not there. I go inside. I'm like, look, I just got a call from the Department of Justice. I know I got to work the next 2 days. But I got to meet with Obama. And so it was, I remember, so I flew in Friday on my Flew In City Girls, Megan Thee Stallion voice. I flew in Friday, but we didn't meet with Obama till Monday, and we walked in the West Wing, and they was like, you know, Obama don't want to just hear stories about basic, and he's a black man. He don't want to just hear about, you know, your personal stories of police. He want to hear solutions. I was there with Brittany Packnett, Ashley Yates, Phil Agnew from the Dream Defenders in Florida, and other activists. And I remember we walked in the White House, the West Wing or whatever, or the place next to the White House.
West Wing or whatever. You gotta be familiar.
Then we went to the West Wing, and the day was like, Obama opened up the door, so he opened it up. It was a surreal moment to shake his hand. It was only supposed to be 35 minutes. It turned out to be 50 because he extended.
Look at you inspiring X over there. X is like, I want to go. I want to just do that. I told you. You changing the narrative.
It was surreal. But one thing that I learned, what made me upset, so after that,
something made you
it made me upset. The media and people, you know, you gotta, especially us in politics, be careful with the media. You got good folks like Bill and Tiana. I'm learning you gotta say B before T, or you know. But
I ain't good folks. It's a whole bunch of.
But the media.
Am I good folks there now?
So what happened was, I remember I came back, I did an interview, and I was like, you know, I loved it. I'm happy I went, but I felt a little upset that after the big meeting we had with Obama, we went into a larger meeting where he announced his task force, and I was like, well, it felt kind of, you know, rehearsed. They took that and ran where it was activists disappointed to go to the White House. I was like, no, that ain't true. Yeah, that was the only one. But it was an honor to go. It was an honor, especially for a young boy that grew up in Carr Square. We always talk about where we grew up, but I literally grew up from just the hood and was granted this opportunity. So to go from a zip code impoverished with 15,000 to be in the White House with the first black president was historic.
Okay, so the last couple years, like, you've been busy. You've been kind of bouncing around a little bit. You worked in the license collector's office for a little bit, I believe, and then you worked for the Democratic Party for the state of Missouri.
He noticed because we live in the same apartment.
Exactly. So tell us real quick about those two roles and what did you do for the party? Like, I'm curious about that, and how did that come about?
We just saw you having a whole bunch of meetings and eating chips and cheese and crackers. Like, what did you do other than eat cheese and crackers?
Yeah, and I always had the pepperoni because I can do cheese. It gave me a little gas. But so I've been bouncing around these last couple years to kind of until this opportunity to become state rep that I look forward to do for the next 8 years or wherever the people to say until I'm there. But I worked in the license collector office, had a good relationship with Mavis. Before then, I was working in the Tashara's office in the Treasury Department. Before that, I was working on her mayor campaign. But after
people love you.
I mean, and that's why I'm thankful, because it is people that
you gotta have a little swag. You gotta be missing the limb for people to love you.
I got the swag,
it's
but
just
I also
something different.
I got the swag.
Billy tell you he hates it about me. He hates it, but you gotta be missing a limb to have that little.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut one off.
Yeah. Well, when you cut it off, give me your extra, because I'm still trying to figure out how to grow the rest. But so after working on, and it is people that just, honestly, I'm thankful for that, just, you know, they got my back. But after the license collect office, I was tapped by Stephen Webber, who was up in the Capitol, to work for the Democratic Party. We opened up the first Democratic Party office north of Delmar, and it was at 3332 North 19th Street, straight in the hood.
You did.
And the goal was to inform. My biggest thing, and Stephen was one of the best chairs. I could be biased, but was to inform people in the African American community about Democratic issues and candidates. No on A, Prop B, medical marijuana, clean Missouri. So it was a struggle, because a lot of, also, I'm gonna be real, the status quo wasn't happy that you just tapped this activist young person to run the city Democratic Party office.
We don't know what he's going to do.
Right, we don't know if he's going to turn
all the way turned up,
shut it down.
Is he lit?
You know.
Is it lit?
Right, so they was like, we used to having
$15.
We used to having moderate people that they can kind of control, but they was like, he don't know if he goes left or right.
I think they made an
we did some good
excellent
work.
decision.
We brought people from both sides together in the office to have conversations. We had canvases. We made sure we canvassed in the black community first, and I made sure when I did walk sheets that happened first because that was important.
Okay, so then you got the nomination for the mighty 78th.
Yeah.
How did that, recap how that came about real quick before we go to break.
Yeah.
And shout out to Bruce Frank. Shout out, Bruce. I hope you're
The
watching
St.
your
Louis
boy because he's on the show.
Superman.
Just give us real quick.
In 45 seconds, so being a committee man, I had won the chairmanship a year before. Bruce stepped down, so I became the 78 district chairmanship. I got the respect out of the committee people in the 78. So that's like the 3rd Ward, 2nd Ward, 5th Ward, 6th Ward, 7th Ward, 8th Ward, 9th Ward, 25th. I did.
You didn't just walk into
I
it
did.
like people think, oh, yeah. You had to basically...
This nomination was literally like a small primary, calling committee people, making sure I still got their support. You had a wonderful young man, Marty Murray, who was also the committee man.
I like
Marty
smart.
too.
Yeah,
I just thought I
smart.
was a better candidate, and I won. But and I got the support of all my committee people within that district. Not everyone, but majority of them. They gave me the nominee. I got the Democratic nominee. I ran in November, and then I ran in August. I ran November, and then I won because we didn't have a primary.
And he's running again, guys. And
I
he
am
needs
running
support,
again,
and
August
he needs
4th.
money and all that good stuff. So, yeah. What's your website if anybody wants to?
You can go on, if you got Facebook, you can go to Rasheen Alder, State Rep of the 78. There you have my Act Blue there. I don't have a website. It's going live very soon.
We need to work on that.
So I got it, but I just haven't went live with it. I'm still...
It's one thing to get in there. Well, that's one of my big things, but the goal with me, and I'm sure Rasheen, is to keep it.
Absolutely.
Not only you get in there,
we
but
just
then
getting started.
Yeah.
There's so much I want to do for this. This is where I grew up at. Like, I'm born and raised in this district. I want to see greatness, and I'm just getting started.
All right, well,
paying the
Rasheen
bills.
Aldridge here. We're
Pay
going
the
to pay the
bills.
bills. We'll be back in just a moment. Bill and Tiana whining about the region.
What I cause.
I met him in the club hanging out one night. He said, hello, I'm George. Hi, life. How's everything going, huh? How you doing? Hope everything's fine. Ooh, and, can I call you sometimes? Can I get the digit and the address so I can...
Hey, Bill.
Hey, Tiana.
You know what time it is?
It's time to crack open a bottle of wine.
That's right, because we're going to celebrate our podcast, Wine About the Region, is making its way to St. Louis Radio.
I heard that, girl.
Join us as we bring you special guests to talk about issues that affect St. Louis and the state of Missouri.
And that's political figures and nonprofits from around the area.
Grab a bottle of your favorite wine and join us for Wine About the Region.
And that's every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. here on WGNU 920 AM.
Looking for high-speed internet where you live, but are out of reach of cable and fiber options? Look no further. High-speed internet is now available in your area, as your local authorized HughesNet retailer, Whole Home Connect, makes it easy to get the high-speed internet you need with blazing fast speeds, unlimited data with no hard data limits, with built-in Wi-Fi for as little as $2 a day. Act now, and for a limited time, get free standard installation and free equipment with HughesNet from Whole Home Connect. You'll enjoy internet service that lets you do more of everything you want to do online, like shopping, surfing, and staying in touch. Call Whole Home Connect and see for yourself why HughesNet is America's #1 choice for satellite internet.
800-933-2162. 800-933-2162. 800-933-2162. That's 800-933-2162.
I am a non-attorney spokesperson representing a team of lawyers who help people that have been injured or wronged. If you've been involved in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or injured at work, you have rights, and you may be entitled to money for your suffering. Don't accept an offer you get from an insurance company until you talk to a lawyer, and we represent some of the best personal injury lawyers you can find. Tough lawyers that will fight to win your case, and they're so good they stake their reputation on it by only getting paid if you win. So if you've been in a serious car, truck, or motorcycle accident or hurt on the job, find out today for free what kind of compensation you may be entitled to. Call the legal helpline right now.
800-513-5981. 800-513-5981. 800-513-5981. That's 800-513-5981.
So, you've decided to go to college. That's cool. So, pop quiz. Which is a better way to earn your degree? Commute to college and fill your gas tank, get stuck in traffic, drive in bad weather, try to find a parking space, walk a half mile to class, or learn online at Independence University. In the park on a bench, on the beach on a towel, or on your couch with your kid. Your campus is wherever you want it to be. You don't go to college. College goes to you. That's independence. That's Independence University. You schedule classes around your schedule, and all your supplies, including a brand new laptop and tablet, are included with tuition. At Independence U, you'll learn from professional instructors with real work experience. You'll get personal support in school and lifetime placement assistance when you graduate. Get your degree, but keep your life. That's independence. That's Independence University. So if you're really smart, you'd call now. 1-800-940-0270. Independence U, for an independent you. 1-800-940-0270. 1-800-940-0270.
All right, we are back.
And we're going to have to,
we got to shut it down.
This has been such a good interview.
We can talk to him for about 3 hours.
Get it going.
All right. Well, what we want right now, Rashid, we want your predictions for 2020. So let's go down the list.
Let's do this.
Boom.
Treasurer for the city of St. Louis.
I know who's going to win. Tashara Jones out of Rutgers since 2012. Jeffrey Boyd ain't got nothing coming.
Treasurer for the state of St. Louis.
Tiana girl, I can't remember her name.
That's Tiana girl. You heard her, Vicky. Tiana's girl. Vicky England is her name.
Oh, you know we got 3 minutes.
Vicky England. So, Vicky, you're going to get voted on as Tiana's girl. Let's get that on the ballot. All right. Well, Missouri Secretary of State?
Yinka. I hope I'm saying it right. Yinka. He's such a great guy.
Yank.
All right. Fifth Senate district in the city.
Oh, y'all about to get me in trouble.
I'm calling him out. We're going to get you on what they call the record.
I support black women.
That's the safest, smartest thing to say.
You are a politician.
Public service.
All right. Bill, governor?
Nicole Galloway.
That's
Absolutely.
your girl. Now that, like Vicky, my girl, like that would be your girl. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's get them.
I keep them. I got two of them in my bag.
Support black women. Kimberly.
I can't say this.
Jamila,
I do appreciate
the. You ain't got one.
Let me say this about the governor.
Don't play with me, X.
I do appreciate what Mike Parsons is doing with workforce development, especially telling people that they don't have to go to universities, they got trade. But I think Nicole would be a better candidate. Next.
Okay.
All right.
Let's go to the big office where 45 is at. President of the United States.
Bernie Sanders for president.
Why you like Bernie?
Tell us about your Bernie connection.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. So I supported Bernie in 2016, and I support him now because I'm not against Joe Biden. Whoever wins, I will rally behind, like I did in 2016. I voted. I got behind Hillary Clinton. I'll get behind if it's Biden. But Bernie speaks to a crowd of working people. He want to make sure he uplift everybody. He ain't playing the same old politics.
He ain't lying.
He ain't just saying he's not. Real. It's a genuine thing. However you want to call it, radical. He cares about making sure that people like me, you, and Bill at the table, and not just people like that are in Ladue and Clayton. He really has a passion to making sure that everybody uplifted.
I'm gonna go ahead and just share with people where I was at. Like I've been a big Elizabeth Warren fan, and
I'm upset she ain't endorsed yet.
Yeah, huh?
I'm upset she ain't endorsed Bernie yet, but that's the progressive problem.
We'll see what happens. But I voted for Bernie 4 years ago.
Okay.
And I actually did vote for Bernie. Couple days
Good.
ago. but I guess what I do want to
hurry up, Bill. We ain't got that long. You get to going too much in, just boom, put it out there.
All right. Well, no, I'll let that go.
We gonna unite to make sure that Donald Trump is defeated in November.
Get your personal question while we're on the radio.
Well, no, hold on. Last thing, 78th district. Who gonna win that?
Absolutely, Rasheem Lamar Aldridge Jr., who is going to be
committee
man of the 5th Ward, who's running against Vernon Betts, who's going to win that too, as well as win the 78th district.
All right. Well, everybody come out and celebrate Rashid's birthday. Hopefully, he's going to have something on.
What am I? I'm bar harping. Because unfortunately, I got to go Back to Jeff City tomorrow for the emergency budget meet. So on my birthday, I'll be working.
All right, in your political career, you running for governor? What? That's my personal question. Governor, president? What you doing?
Whatever the people tell me.
All right, there you go.
Wherever the people push me. All right, we're gonna do this together.
Thank you, Rasheen.
I love y'all.
Thanks
for having me back.
We had
Again, we ran over. We gonna thank the great folks here at WGNU 920. Steve, thank you, sir,
got family in the building,
putting up with us for one more week.
Yes.
Yeah. When you got family in the building, it takes a long time to get out what you need to get out. This man is busy, so we're going to stay live with you all, and we're going to go into overdrive with Rasheen Audrey.
I'm here. Let's do it.
Continue to ask. Thank you for. We are going to continue to whine about the region because
you're listening to WGNU St. Louis, operating on 920 AM and K295CQ on 106.9 FM.
The great gospel sounds are alive and well here on WGNU AM 920 and FM 106.9.